The best kind of coconut yogurt is made fresh from young Thai coconuts or even mature coconuts. You go down to the shop in Thailand, this has to be, and you get them to grind up the coconut. It comes back with the milk. You let it sit on the kitchen bench for a few hours and the cream floats to the top. Scoop that off, let that ferment, and then you've got your yogurt. Now, because I don't have a coconut tree out in the backyard, and if you do, absolutely take that approach, I'm using it out of a can. Now, this is my favorite brand. Go and choose whatever. You can use organic brands, but I've selected this brand because it has the highest fat content. So I like the fat. You can get coconut milk, but if you have coconut milk, it just means it's got more water added. And I don't mean that people have gone to the tap and added water. I mean, like, you know me, I've got water. If I have a glass of water in my cells, I'm 70% water. So if you wanted a lighter milk or yogurt, you could add your own water. So I'm pouring that in there. So the higher fat content makes it more tasty, it's creamier. And I'm just going to keep this really simple. I'm going to ferment it with a probiotic. I'm going to flavour it with some vanilla, and I'm going to give the little bacteria something to eat with some rice malt syrup. That's it. Put it in the oven to ferment overnight, and then we're done. Now, there are some other things that you can do to thicken it. I really like this vanilla. It's got actually the vanilla beans in it. Now, you could thicken this with arrowroot or agar-agar, which is a vegan source of gelatin, but it doesn't worry me. I don't mind that it's not going to be super solid, and especially because this coconut cream is so creamy, once it gets cold, it's already going to be firm. So a great way to get more good bacteria in the gut. And the latest research has shown that our gut, who knew, affects how we feel. What you eat affects how you feel. The amount of good bacteria in the gut is going to affect whether or not you have depression. They found out that 20% of the body's serotonin is produced in the brain and 80% is produced in the gut. Like, isn't that crazy? I think that's just mind-boggling. This is all I'm going to do. Vanilla, rice malt syrup, probiotic, keep it warm, look after it like a baby, put it in the oven with the light on. So maybe it would be good if actually, another thing you could do would be to shake this. Put it in one of those shakers. You know where you get protein shakes and it has the little metal ball in there? Anyway, that's it. Now it's done. My coconut cream is going to incubate in a warm place. That might be in your dehydrator overnight. That would be perfect. If you've got a yogurt maker, even better. But for simple folk like me, I'm just going to put it in the oven and keep the oven light on. Make sure no one turns the oven on. In fact, if you put things in the oven to keep warm, like your yogurt or your raw cheese, you might want to put a note on the oven door. In fact, I've made it a habit now, whenever I go to use the oven, to open it up and check what's in there, because you don't want someone to come along and preheat the oven and ruin your good work. Let's come back and check that. Usually overnight is enough, maybe 24 hours. Fermentation process will be affected by the moon cycle. It will ferment quickly if it's a full moon. Make sure that you ferment your yogurt in a glass jar and avoid plastic or metal.